Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, have you ever read a sentence like, the cake was eaten, and thought, wait, who ate the cake? Well, today we're answering that question. We're talking about passive voice without an agent. Don't worry, it sounds complicated, but it's not. And trust me, you use it every single day without even knowing it.
In this video, you're going to hear a natural conversation between two native English speakers. They're going to break down exactly what passive voice is, why we use it, and how to recognize it in real English. You're going to hear real examples from work emails, news reports, and everyday conversations. By the end of this video, you're going to understand passive voice way better than you do right now.
So, if you're ready to improve your English listening skills and understand how English speakers actually think, stick around. Let's go.
Hey Anna, how's your morning going?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I was just making some breakfast, and honestly, I was thinking about something weird.
Weird? Like what?
Okay, so I was reading something online, right? And I saw this sentence. It said, the cake was eaten. And I thought, wait, who ate the cake? Like, that's such a weird way to say it. Why wouldn't you just say, someone ate the cake?
Oh, that's actually really good. That's what I wanted to talk about today. So before we get into that, let me introduce myself. I'm Alex. I'm from New York. I've lived here my whole life. I work as an English teacher, and I love talking about grammar because I know that sounds weird, but I genuinely find it fascinating.
No, I get it. I think grammar is interesting too, actually. I'm Anna, by the way. I'm from Florida. I moved to New York about 3 years ago. I'm a graphic designer, so I work with visuals, not really language. But I use English every day, obviously, and sometimes I notice things that are confusing, like that cake sentence.
Right. And that's actually the perfect example of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about passive sentences, specifically passive sentences without an agent.
Okay, so what's an agent?
Good question. An agent is the person or thing that does the action. So in the cake was eaten, we don't know who ate the cake. There's no agent.
Oh, so it's like the information is missing.
Exactly. And that's the interesting part, because sometimes in English, we do that on purpose. We leave out the agent, and we use passive voice. And today, we're going to figure out why.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so first, let's talk about what passive voice is, because a lot of people don't really understand it.
I definitely don't.
So, active voice is simple. It's when the subject does the action. The subject is the one acting. So, I ate the cake. I am the subject. I did the action. Simple.
Okay, that makes sense.
Passive voice is the opposite. The subject receives the action. So instead of I ate the cake, we say the cake was eaten by me.
Ugh, that sounds so weird.
I know, it does. But wait, here's the thing. The cake was eaten by me sounds weird because it's awkward. But the cake was eaten actually sounds normal.
Oh, so you just take out the by me part.
Right. And that's where we get passive voice without an agent. So we have the cake was eaten, and we don't say who ate it. The agent is missing.
Okay, so why would someone say that? Why wouldn't they just say someone ate the cake or I ate the cake?
That's the million-dollar question. And that's what we're going to talk about. Because there are actually really good reasons to use passive voice without an agent. It's not random.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So let me give you some examples. In English, we have structures. We have patterns. And passive voice is one of those patterns. And the pattern is subject, plus was, were, plus past participle.
Wait, what's a past participle?
Oh, good question. A past participle is like the third form of a verb. So eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is the past participle.
Oh, okay. So was eaten, that's present tense plus past participle?
Actually, was eaten is past tense. Was is past tense of is. So was eaten means something happened in the past. It was eaten.
Okay, that makes sense. So if I want to say it happened now, what would I say?
Good question. You'd say the cake is being eaten with is being.
Oh my gosh, that's so complicated.
I know. English is complicated. But once you see the pattern, it's actually not so bad.
Okay, so why do we even use this? Why is this a thing?
Great question. So, there are actually several reasons. The first one is, sometimes we don't know who did the action.
Like the cake example?
Exactly. Like, if you find a cake eaten in your kitchen and you don't know who ate it, you could say, the cake was eaten. You're just stating the fact. The cake was eaten. You don't know who.
Okay, that makes sense.
Second reason, sometimes the agent isn't important. Like, my car was stolen. Do I care who stole it? Not really. I care that it was stolen. The agent isn't the important part.
Yeah, I would be more upset about the car being gone than about who took it.
Right. So we focus on the thing that happened, not the person who did it. Third reason, sometimes the agent is obvious, so we don't need to say it. Like, if someone says, I was arrested, we know society arrested them. A police officer. We don't need to say, by the police.
Oh, that's true. You wouldn't say, I was arrested by the police.
Exactly. Fourth reason, this is important. Sometimes we don't want to say who did it, like we're being polite or careful.
What do you mean?
Well, imagine you're at work and something broke. And instead of saying, John broke the machine, you could say, the machine was broken. And you don't say who broke it.
Oh, so it's like being diplomatic?
Yes, exactly. It's diplomatic. It's polite. It's a way of avoiding blame or being rude.
That's actually really smart. So, in real life, do people actually do that?
All the time. Like your boss might say, it was decided that we need to cut costs. Instead of saying, I decided, they use passive voice. It makes it sound more official, less personal.
So, passive voice is like a tool? A communication tool?
Yes, exactly. It's a tool. It's a way of communicating something in a particular way. It's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just different.
Okay, so give me more examples. Real-world examples. Things that actually happen.
All right. So I was teaching a class a few weeks ago, and a student asked me. She said, why does the news always say things like 10 people were injured in a car accident, instead of a car hit 10 people?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right? And the answer is because the focus is different. If you say a car hit 10 people, the focus is on the car or the driver. But if you say 10 people were injured, the focus is on the people who suffered. It's more human, more emotional.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you hear 10 people were injured, you think about the people, not the car or whoever was driving.
Exactly. And news reporters know this. So they use passive voice to create a certain focus, a certain perspective.
That's actually kind of clever and a little bit manipulative, right?
Well, maybe a little bit. But it's not evil or anything. It's just how communication works. We all do it. Like when I tell someone, my feelings were hurt, instead of saying, you hurt my feelings. I'm focusing on my feelings, not on their action.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's so true. Like, my feelings were hurt sounds less accusatory than you hurt my feelings.
Right. So it's a softer way of saying something, and sometimes that's better for communication because it's less attacking.
Okay, tell me another example. I want to understand this better.
All right. So I have a friend. His name is Marcus, and he's always getting into trouble. And when his mom asks him about it, he says things like, the vase was broken, instead of, I broke the vase.
Oh no, that's so funny.
I know, and his mom knows what he's doing. She knows he broke the vase, but by using passive voice, he's avoiding the direct admission.
That's hilarious. So, do you think it actually works? Does his mom fall for it?
No, she doesn't. But I think he feels better saying it that way. It's like it's less directly admitting fault.
That's so human, though. Like, we all do that. We try to say things in a way that makes us sound better or less bad.
Exactly. And that's why passive voice without an agent exists. It's a real linguistic tool that real people use.
Okay, so can we go back to the grammar for a second? Because I want to understand the actual pattern.
Of course. So the pattern for passive voice without an agent is subject plus to be, past tense, plus past participle.
Okay, so like, the cake was eaten. Was is past tense of to be, and eaten is the past participle of eat.
Perfect. You got it.
Wait, let me try another one. The window was broken.
Yes, was is past tense of to be. Broken is the past participle of break.
Oh, so the letter was written.
Perfect. You're doing great.
Wait, what about present tense? How do you say it in present tense?
Good question. So instead of was, you use is. The cake is eaten. But actually, that sounds weird because you're eating it right now?
Right, like while we're talking?
Yeah, exactly. So in present tense, you usually say the cake is being eaten with is being.
Oh, is being. That's the present progressive passive.
Exactly. You're really getting this.
So, what about future tense?
Great question. Future tense. You'd say, the cake will be eaten.
So, will be instead of was.
Right. Will be is future tense of to be. So, will be eaten means it will be eaten in the future.
Okay, so the pattern changes, but the basic idea is the same. Subject plus to be plus past participle?
Exactly. The to be verb changes. Was, is, will be, but the structure is the same. Subject plus to be in whatever tense plus past participle.
Okay, I think I understand that now. But why do we need to know this? Like, in real life, how does this help me?
That's a good question. And honestly, you probably already use it. You might not know it, but you use it.
Really?
Yeah. Like when you read emails or articles or watch the news, you hear passive voice all the time. And if you understand how it works, you understand what you're reading better. You understand what the writer is trying to do.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like, if I know that the writer chose to use passive voice, I can understand why they chose it. I can read between the lines a little bit.
Exactly. You're being more aware, more thoughtful about language.
Okay, so are there mistakes people make with passive voice? Like common mistakes?
Oh, yes, so many. The first one is people think passive voice is bad or wrong.
Wait, is it?
No, it's not bad or wrong, it's just different. But a lot of teachers, especially in America, they tell students never use passive voice, and that's wrong advice.
It is?
Yeah, because passive voice is necessary sometimes. It's a tool. And if you never use it, you're limiting yourself. You're not using all the tools you have.
Okay, so that's mistake number one. What's number two?
Number two is people think you should always say who did the action. They think passive voice without an agent is incomplete or lazy.
But we just talked about why that's not true, right?
Right, exactly. Sometimes not saying who did it is better. It's more effective. It's the right choice.
Okay, give me an example of that.
All right. So imagine you're writing a report for your company, and you want to say that someone made a mistake. You could say, Tom made a mistake, or you could say, a mistake was made. Which one sounds more professional?
A mistake was made.
Right? Because it's more neutral, more objective. It's not attacking Tom directly. It's just stating what happened.
Yeah, I think in a professional setting, that makes sense.
Exactly. And that's a common situation where passive voice without an agent is actually the better choice.
So, is there ever a time where it's actually bad? Like, actually wrong to use it?
That's a good question. I think it depends on context. Like if you're writing a novel and you want to create mystery or suspense, passive voice without an agent is great. It creates that feeling of we don't know who did it.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Right. So in fiction, it's a literary tool. It creates atmosphere. But if you're just trying to communicate something simple and clear and you hide the agent for no reason, that could be confusing.
So, it's all about purpose?
Yes, exactly. It's all about what you're trying to communicate. What's your purpose? And then you choose the tool that fits your purpose.
I like that way of thinking about it. It's not right or wrong, it's does this work for what I'm trying to do?
Exactly. You just got the whole point.
Okay, so practically speaking, when should I use passive voice without an agent? When should I avoid it?
Great question. So use it when the agent is unknown or unimportant, when you want to be polite or diplomatic, when you want to create focus on the thing that happened, not the person who did it, when you're writing formally, like business or academic writing, when you want to create mystery or suspense.
Okay, so 5 reasons.
Right. And avoid it when you're writing something casual and the agent is important, you're trying to be clear and simple, you want to assign responsibility to someone, you're not trying to hide information.
Okay, so basically use it on purpose, not by accident.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question. Is there a difference between passive voice without an agent and just hiding information?
That's a really smart question. And the answer is, it depends. Passive voice is a linguistic tool. It's a way of structuring a sentence. But yes, people can use it to hide information, to manipulate.
Like politicians?
Yes, politicians. Mistakes were made. Instead of, I made mistakes. They're hiding responsibility.
So it's a tool that can be used ethically or unethically.
Exactly. Just like any tool. A hammer can build a house or break a window. It's all about the person using it and their intentions.
Interesting. So if I'm aware of this, I can recognize when someone is hiding information.
Yes, that's actually really important. When you understand how passive voice works, you can recognize when someone is using it to hide something. And you can ask yourself, why aren't they telling me who did this? What are they trying to hide?
Oh, I like that. That's like reading literacy or critical thinking or something.
Exactly. It's critical thinking. It's understanding language. It's understanding how people communicate.
Okay, I want to tell you something. Something that just happened to me.
Yeah?
So, at work, right? I'm a graphic designer, and we had a project, and the client wasn't happy. So, my boss sent an email, and she said, it was decided that we need to take a different direction with the design.
Classic passive voice without an agent.
Right? And I realized she said it was decided so she wouldn't have to say, I decided directly. Because if she said, I decided, she would sound authoritative or boss-like. But by saying it was decided, it sounds like it's just what happened, not her choice.
That's exactly it. And she probably did that on purpose, to make it sound more like a fact than a decision.
Yeah. And honestly, it made me feel better because I didn't feel like she was attacking my design. It felt like we just needed to go a different direction, not like I failed.
And that's the power of passive voice. It changes how we feel about something.
But then I thought, is she manipulating me or is she just being nice?
I think it could be both. She might be being diplomatic and nice, but she's also controlling how you understand the situation.
That's interesting. So she's using language strategically.
Everyone does it. We all do. We use language strategically. We choose words and structures that communicate what we want to communicate. And passive voice is just one tool in that toolbox.
I like thinking about it that way. It's not evil or manipulative, it's just how communication works. We all do it.
Right. And once you're aware of it, you can do it more intentionally. You can choose your words more carefully.
Okay, here's my last question. Is passive voice without an agent more common in American English or British English?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I think it's more common in British English. British English tends to be more formal, more indirect.
Really?
Yeah, British English speakers are sometimes seen as more polite, more indirect, and passive voice is part of that. It's a more indirect way of saying things.
So Americans are more direct?
Generally, yeah. Americans like directness. We like to know who did what. But we still use passive voice. We just maybe use it a little less.
Interesting. I never thought about that before.
So, let me summarize what we talked about. We talked about passive voice without an agent. It's when you have a sentence like, the cake was eaten, and you don't say who ate it.
Right.
And we talked about why we use it. Sometimes the agent is unknown, sometimes it's not important, sometimes we want to be polite, sometimes we want to create focus, and sometimes we want to hide information.
It's a tool.
Exactly. It's a tool. And like any tool, you can use it well or use it badly. The important thing is to understand what it is and why it exists.
And to be aware of it when you hear it or read it.
Yes, so you understand what's happening. So you're not just passively receiving language, you're actively understanding it.
I feel like I understand English better now. Like I'm going to notice passive voice everywhere now.
You will. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's good. I think it's good to be aware, to understand how language works, to understand how people communicate.
Yeah, thanks for teaching me this. This was really helpful.
Thanks for asking great questions. I love talking about this stuff.
So, if you're learning English, pay attention to passive voice. Don't be afraid of it. Understand it and use it when it makes sense.
And if you have questions about grammar or English, leave them in the comments. We read them, and maybe we'll make a video about your question.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.